Welcome friends on this new video about the short answer questions for green building technology. So this was very much in demand by the student community and I came up with this video today. So this is only partial work. I have covered 5 important short answer questions for the subject green building technology. Okay, so let's have a look over them and let me also discuss the solutions. Okay, so here comes the short answer question number 1. So this is about the benefits of green building over conventional building. Okay, so list out the benefits of green building over conventional building. Now this question may not be appearing in the exam as such in the same form of language. Sometimes question has been asked like what is the importance of green building. Sometimes the question has been asked like what are the benefits of green building over conventional building, and sometimes it's like simply define green building. Okay, so here the question is about benefits of green building over conventional building. So like while you're writing the answer you need to draw a kind of comparison with the performance of conventional building as well. Okay, so here comes the solution for the same. Okay, you can have a look over them and you need not write the same answer, you could customize it. Okay, so here let's look at the solution. So green buildings save money because they conserve resources and enhance efficiency by using natural insulation such as roof gardens. So here we are actually looking at the thermal control, that is temperature control in the interior environment of the house. Then we are using technology such as solar panels, fuel cells, and photovoltaic cells. So these are all used to generate electricity. So we are not using the conventional thermal power or the hydroelectric power. Okay, moreover there's an emphasis on conservation of this rainwater. Okay, you can see this one. Rainwater is being conserved, and we are also reducing the runoff by proper design of the roofs. Okay, so we are making more use of solar water heating, thus we are decreasing the power consumption which is used in here in geysers. Okay, then we are going for contour landscaping, that is about controlling soil erosion. Okay, and we are going through certain techniques of water conservation which is highly beneficial for the environment, and this is an eco-friendly measure. Okay, and we are also maximizing energy conservation and efficiency by proper building orientation. Okay, so how does orientation affect the energy efficiency? So we are designing the building in such a way that there is good amount of sunlight on the solar panels which have already been installed, and this way we can generate more electricity. Okay, so then we are also taking care of the daylighting and the ventilation. So this is about the benefits of green building over conventional building. So please make sure that the question may be asked in different forms. You could be asked a question like define green building and mention the features, and explain green building briefly, or you may be asked like what are the benefits of green building over conventional building. So by going through the various papers I could see that this question has often been repeated. Okay, and only the question has been asked in different forms, but the basic concept and the answer remains the same. Okay, so let's look at the next question there. Yeah, so the second question is basically about either IGBC, LEED, or Griha. So now you know that these are the three the premier organizations which are responsible for evaluating the green buildings. Okay, so they have their own measures in practice to evaluate, and they are actually checking on different parameters. Okay, they're also awarding and they are giving certificates. Okay, so there is a different way. Okay, and then you will have a long answer question as well. Mostly they are asking question either about IGBC or LED. Okay, you may get a question on Griha as well. So first of all, this the answer which you can see over here is only restricted to the full form of those shortened versions. Okay, so you need to add answer to this. Okay, so you need to answer very briefly like when the organization was being set up, where are the headquarters. Okay, and what it primarily aims at in just 2 to 3 lines. Okay, you should be able to explain the answer because it carries just 2 marks. Okay, so IGBC, as you know, is a short form of Indian Green Building Council, Okay, LEED stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. GRIHA stands for Green Rating for Integrated Habitat Assessment. So you must be aware of this. Okay, if you go and if you just check the previous year's question papers, almost every time there has been at least one question, on IGBC, LED, or GRIHA. Okay, let's look at the next one. Okay, so here this question is about the soil erosion actually. I'm not able to see the question here. Let me just check this. Okay, yeah. So you're getting the solution before the question. Now this is the third question. Yeah, this is about the soil erosion. So how can soil erosion be controlled in a green building? Okay, so there are various ways of controlling soil erosion. Okay, I have there are some notes available online. Okay, these are just some of the gist or some of the highlights of that answer. Okay, so because it's a short answer question carrying 2 marks, so I have highlighted on preventing soil erosion through interseeding. Then you have something about mulching. You can see the mulching over here. You can see preventing soil erosion by interseeding. Okay, and then there are other methods of soil erosion, that is controlling soil erosion by terracing, contour plowing, strip cropping, okay, reforesting, and of course educating people how that can help in preventing soil erosion. We will see that, and contouring. Okay, so basically these are different agricultural practices, okay, which are very helpful to conserve soil. Okay, and mulching is also a very important topic. So mulching refers to the it's a layer, in fact it's a layer of dry plants, leaves, straw, or timber, okay, which can be spread on soil so as to ensure that there is no direct rainfall on the soil. Okay, this way we are actually checking on soil erosion. Okay, so the plant residue should be covered by up to 30%. Okay, and then you see this will reduce the soil loss, okay, by increasing infiltration. So water gets percolated, okay, because of the dense cover made by the mulching. Okay, water gets percolated. And then terracing, contour plowing, and strip cropping are some of the farming practices generally in the hilly areas. Okay, so this here these are some of the practices which can help in preventing soil erosion. Okay, interseeding means you could actually prevent soil erosion by having an additional crop cover, that is which is a cover crop along with the main crop, which is known as the cash crop. So cash crop is grown or cultivated with an aim of making profit. Okay, and the cover crop is only trying to the prevent soil erosion. Okay, so let's look at another question here. So here comes the fourth question. Now, this is also a very important question. So you need to list ways to reduce embodied energy of a building. Now, when this question is asked for as a short answer, okay, you need to make sure that you could add on 4 to 5 points without giving a detailed explanation into those points. Okay, so you know that embodied energy is the energy used up in the manufacture of that particular building materials, right from the mining extraction to its finished product or finished shape. Okay, so for that we are actually going for some of the measures like reusing buildings instead of constructing new ones. Okay, when you are constructing new ones, you are actually adding to the carbon footprint. Okay, the more number of you could experience more carbon emissions. Then going for low carbon concrete mixes. Okay, this will also ensure lower carbon emissions. Okay, going for high recycled content materials instead of manufacturing and using new ones. Okay, this will also ensure that the embodied energy is very less, and also using fewer finished materials, because for the better finish you are actually adding on to the carbon emissions or the or increasing the embodied energy. So this was about the reduction of embodied energy of a building. So for this also there could be different ways of questions being asked. So you need to be aware of embodied energy concept. Now, now the fifth question is about how separation of household waste is carried out on green building. Okay, I apologize. There's a small mistake over here. Okay, we need not have this R. It's the question is simply how separation of household waste is carried out in green buildings. So for this, actually, you have different methods. Firstly, in order to segregate the waste, we should be able to identify what type of what type of waste or what type of category that waste actually belongs to. Okay, so now waste segregation should be done at source. Okay, at the point of generation. Generally, like it should be done at the homes, near the homes, or near the industries. Now you see here the different types of waste, which are coming out of from the homes or the industries, okay, could be categorized depending on the biological, physical, and chemical properties. So one such type is a dry waste, okay, which when you are looking at these uh, what can you say, dried leaves, okay, the paper and the polythene covers, or any other kind of waste, okay, which is dry, okay, which doesn't have the moisture content. And the wet waste, okay, corresponds to the vegetable waste, the fruit waste, okay, or the food items, everything. Sanitary waste refers to the animal droppings, or the human excreta, or it could also mean the medical waste. Okay, so I have just given some three categories. You could actually add on to it, right? But like, because this question is carrying 2 marks over here, okay, you can ask, you could at the most put in 4 to 5 different points, okay, with very minimal explanation. Okay, now you could also prepare this particular question as part of long answer question. So for there you need to go for a detailed answer. Okay, so each of these questions, okay, could also appear in long answer question with with some sort of modifications. Like you could have a question on the features of green building. Okay, if a question is asked on features of green building in long answer, then you need to be very detailed there. And you should while answering, you should give side headings. You should be able to explain each and every point over there. Okay, so this comes to the end of this particular presentation. Okay, this was only partial work. I have covered just 5 questions. Okay, so I'll be adding on to this, and I'll try to give around 10 to 15 short answer questions, which should be helpful for you. It should be good to go as far as your preparation for the end examinations is concerned. Okay, so with this I